Overwatch Apex Season 2, energized by Hot 6, quarterfinal. Today's matchup, KongDoo Panthera, LW Blue.
Welcome to Overwatch Apex Season 2. I am Doe. With me is Monte Cristo as always, and today our very final quarterfinals match, a best of 5 between KongDoo Panthera and LW Blue. The winner moves into the semifinals. The loser goes home. Should be pretty tense.
It should be, and we're lucky enough to get this rematch off of their awesome initial best of 5 that started out the quarterfinals, ended in a KongDoo reverse sweep to win the match 3-2 based off of Evermore's carrying ability. And it really looked like these were going to be the two teams that were heading to the quarterfinals, but with KongDoo's surprise loss against Meta Athena, and it wasn't even close. They got crushed by Meta Athena. So here we are today, and honestly, I feel really pretty good about LW's chances, considering that Meta Athena did provide more or less a roadmap of how to shut down Evermore, and without Evermore, KongDoo Panthera was a lot less scary.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think Evermore's hero pool weaknesses really were on full display in that match. I think by hunting him down and taking him out of the equation early in a lot of those fights, they really kind of showed you, like you said, a roadmap in order to beat KongDoo Panthera.
Well, even when they weren't taking him out, one of the most striking features of the first matchup between these two teams was the fact that Saebyeolbe, who's one of the best Tracer players in this tournament, was playing overwhelmingly Roadhog and Soldier with only a 12% time in that entire best of 5 spent on Tracer. Meanwhile, we look at what Meta Athena did, and even if Tracer wasn't getting the kills against Evermore's Roadhog, the pulse bombs, the harassment were preventing Evermore from getting in his usual locations to make picks, to get those big hooks.
Right.
And that turned out to be devastating to the offensive firepower of KongDoo.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at both of these teams' last matches, it was a little bit bizarre. Obviously, we didn't expect Meta Athena to 3-0 KongDoo Panthera, and we'll talk about that again in just a minute. But here's how our Group A quarterfinals broke down. In the end, Runaway and Lunatic High moving on to the semifinals. Of course, we're going to have Lunatic High taking on, taking on Meta Athena in the semifinals, and then Runaway will take on the winner of today's match. Is how it's going to all work out. But again, going back to those matches that we were talking about, LW Blue ended up with a 3-2 victory over Africa Blue. It was kind of surprising to see them come that close, but if you look at that match again, if you go back and watch it, Africa Blue played absolutely the best match they played all season.
I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, and if you look at it as well, LW Blue won maps 1 and 3, and map 2, Kings Row, was very, very close. It was only tiny little mistakes, and I think 2 team fights, in my opinion, that cost them that map. So it really could have easily been a 3-0 for LW Blue. So I don't think you can read too much into them having a close match with Africa Blue, and you consider those things.
Yeah, same thing here. If you look at the third map, Hanamura, between KongDoo and LW that started off this bracket, and it looked like it very easily could have been a 3-0 for LW Blue, but credit to KongDoo. They got better the longer the series went on. Meko on LW Blue really stopped showing up on Zarya for a lot of that match. He started strong with a lot of great Graviton surges, but couldn't carry it on through. So LW Blue, though, in spite of that, it's been fully demonstrated now how to shut down KongDoo Panthera and how to shut down Evermore, which means if they do execute with more harassing Tracer play, which we know LW Blue and we know Saebyeolbe can do, then what is KongDoo Panthera going to respond with? They have to go, Rascal's going to have to come up big in order to fill that carry void, and we haven't seen the same caliber of play out of Rascal so far in the playoffs that we saw in the group stages.
Yeah, I agree. I think on paper, LW Blue just straight up has a better DPS pair in Saebyeolbe and Flower than Panthera has.
At the very least, more versatile, because
it
seems weird to criticize Saebyeolbe's Roadhog when he was performing very well on it, but it's just a matter of playing what can counter your opponent's strategy, and they did super struggle with Evermore's Roadhog. They were not able to put pressure on him. He was 1v2ing Afar and a Mercy on Dorado, which has really been a poor map overall for LW Blue.
Right.
But that said, like, that shouldn't happen, and with Tracer and Genji and dive play and a lot of pressure on Evermore, they have to come out with that and see if KongDoo Panthera can actually respond in any way.
You know, part of the troubles that KongDoo Panthera has been having too is you've got Waka Waka, who's kind of their flex player but mostly a tank, but he's been having to add more and more of these DPS roles into maps because Evermore can't handle it. So then they put Evermore on the Zarya, and he really has not looked good on anything that's not called Roadhog. Maybe his Tracer's okay in certain situations, but they're really having a problem there too, because Waka Waka's having to take on more of this DPS role, and it doesn't seem like he's totally as situated for it as you would hope a DPS player would be, and they need him to be the good Zarya on the team too.
Yeah, we've seen him have some decent Pharah play in the past, but it just hasn't been there, especially when Rascal is also a very good Pharah player.
Yeah.
You can easily make that switch, but for the most part, KongDoo Panthera also hasn't modified their strategies. We're still seeing a lot of triple tank with Soldier or triple tank with Mei. They haven't, yes, we're still on patch 1.7, but a lot of the other teams have been deepening their playbook and deepening the number of team compositions that they can play, and LW Blue is a great example of that. They have so much more diversity, and they should be the winners here. I thought they were going to be the winners the first time, but I really believe that they're going to come out strong today.
You know, I feel like LW Blue just kind of got shaken up the first time. After they lost that third map, they were up 2-0. They lost that map, and things really started to kind of fall apart after that.
Yeah, they definitely did, especially with Dorado and the failed push on the payload.
Yeah.
There were some tilt-inducing factors, let's say.
Indeed.
우승 후보 팀들 중에 한 팀이었었거든요.
리매치다 보니까 더 그림이 재밌었죠.
네, 그 결실을 화요일 날 맺어야죠.
얼떨떨하긴 하지만 저는 이런 패배도 나쁘지 않다고 생각합니다.
최근에 저희 경기력을 보면 IEM 때만큼 저희 기량이 많이 안 나오고 있어서 그게 제일 큰 고민이에요. 4세트까지 경기를 하고 있었는데 뭔가 너무 답답한 느낌이 들어가지고 그냥 제가 술절을 했어요.
세상에 아나의 소름을 여기서 풀고 있어요.
그렇죠.
그런데 잘 풀리더라고요. 길래 얘들아 다음에 좀만 더 잘하자. 내가 못해서 일어나는 거 아니야.
LW 블루가 안전해 보이진 않아요. 빠른
네.
템포를 좀 배워온다면 또 그것을 실행해낼 능력이 있는 팀입니다.
네.
LW 블루야 다시 만나게 되면 또 상대가 안 된다고 생각합니다.
판테라는 사실 에버모어의 로드오그에 어느 정도 기대고 있는 것도 많기 때문에
네.
포커싱 조합에서는 사실상 조금 힘이 떨어지는 게 사실인 것 같습니다.
에버모 선수가 약간 양날의 검인 것 같아요. 판테라에서는.
마음 급한 쪽을 밀어!
LW가 어떤 조합이든 뭐 어떤 전략이든 가져와도 아직은 저희를 못 이기집니다. 저희 팀이 지금 현재는 성편을 제일 잘 쓰고 있는 팀입니다.
저희가 판테라전을 진 이유는 누나팀 만나려고 설계한 거예요.
누나 선수는 일단 아나도 뛰어난 선수인데 제가 좀 더 잘하겠죠.
루피 선수는 에버모님이랑 같이 좋아하는 아나 유저 아닌가요?
국내에서는 재영이 형과는 다른 스타일의 1인자라고 생각하고 있습니다.
솔직히 저번 경기도 제가 더 잘했는데 긴장하셔야 될 것 같아요. 여기 스코어요? 3대0. 이번에는 봐주는 거 없을 거예요.
이번에는 가볍게 3대 0으로 발산해버리겠습니다.
KongDoo Panthera. Flex.
아, 먼저 리매치면서 완벽한 잡고까지 연계.
Waka Waka. Blink. Tank.
일로와 내가 다 꽂아버려! 일단 둘째! 진짜! 대박! 왼발 다! 대박!
Fisher.
러너웨이 팀을 흔들겠다는 거예요. 와! 뺐어요. 세상이 정리 버텨주나요? 와!
Evermore. DPS.
깼죠? 돼지부대 몇 프로야? 96%야? 들어가서 내가 여섯 개! 근데 유미 선수가
Rascal. Support. Luffy. KongDoo Panthera.
All right, KongDoo Panthera saying they're going to casually crush LW Blue today 3-0. Both teams, in fact, predicting 3-0 victories.
I
So
think
it's going to be a good one.
there was a lot of bad blood after that last match,
Oh, yeah.
especially from LW Blue, who knew they had a lot of opportunities to close that series out. And KongDoo Panthera, who really won off the back of Evermore just going crazy on the Roadhog. As you saw from some of those clips on Dorado, he definitely hard carried them through the last 3 maps there. In spite of some quite good play by Flower in particular. I mean, we look at his Genji, reflecting Gravitons, reflecting Blizzards, just absolutely crushing it individually, but the rest of his team ran out of gas. And you do wonder if KongDoo Panthera has the better mentality for a longer series, because LW Blue does tend to falter the more rounds in a row they play.
Yeah, I mean, today I think is going to be very telling as far as LW Blue's mindset going into some of these more high-pressure matches, too, because it's looked a little bit iffy here in the playoffs compared to how it looked in the group stages. So if we end up with a similar situation today, I think we can say these guys a little bit of the nerves issues going on.
Yeah, some nerves tilting, lack of communication when the going gets tough. Something is going on, I think, in that LW booth.
Well, let's get to know them a little bit better, or at least hear their names spoken by some guy. And then we'll talk more about him. It'll be great.
LW Blue. Tank.
못 취하고 있어요.
그렇습니다.
소리 나면 끝나니까 싸우러 들어가는 NW 보는
돌진!
Janus.
뭐안 된다 싶으면 40인데 와, 빙벽으로 막기. 자, 중점 하나 맞죠.
Meko. DPS.
자, 메르시.
류재호 선수.
네, 메르시가
류재호
계속
위험.
타겟팅이 되고 있어요.
굉장히 위험해요,
자,
지금.
일단 방벽 안에서.
Flower.
힐러가 다 끌었어요. 자, 이러면 기회는 찬스가 맞나요?
맞았어요.
네.
맞았는데 잠깐 뒤가 없었고요.
Sebyeolbi. Support.
야노스 체력이 없습니다.
Gambler. Luna. LW Blue.
All right, LW Blue, close match against Africa Blue, and very close loss to KongDoo Panthera earlier, and here we are, a rematch of their first match in the quarterfinals, and it should be a good one. LW Blue, like we've talked about already a lot, has a lot going for them, but you know, are they going to be able to keep it together as a team when the going gets tough?
They've got to be able to close out these matches, Doa. And it's even more curious when you remember that LW Blue is so far in this tournament undefeated on Control. They're 5-0.
Right.
So they always start these best of fives with a 1-0 lead, and yet it's taken till Game 5 for them to win or lose in both of their series so far. They need to be more decisive in how they actually finish off these matches, because after Control, everything sort of goes downhill. But when you think about their team strength, when you think about that they're a Zenyatta-heavy team overall, and they are very focused on target selection, they often start these more brawly Control matches with a man advantage because they do have good target selection. So that's a big part of why they do so well on these Control maps.
If you look at it on paper, too, I mean, LW Blue should, in theory, have a lot of things going for them that Meta Athena had going for them as well when they 3-0'd KongDoo Panthera in their last match. LW Blue has the flexibility in hero pool. They've got that really great individual skill as well. They're willing to kind of try unique things. But will they do that today? That's the question.
We need to see the Tracer early, Doa, and we need to see Meko have a more consistent match, because when Meko is on, he's been great. But he just falls apart at the end of matches a lot of the time in the playoffs that we've seen.
This is a team that really feels like they need a strong Roadhog player too, which is why we've been seeing Sebyeolbi play so much of it, and why they've even tried that on Meko as well. But you know, again, I agree with you. Just let them play what they're already naturally good at. Let Sebyeolbi loose on the Tracer. Let him do work. Now you know that Tracer, if played well, which we know he can be very effective against Evermore's Roadhog.
Yeah, absolutely, and it will be Oasis here, which is a very good map for LW Blue. This is the only map they beat Lunatic High on in the group stages in a best of 5. So I've really liked what we've seen from them. Expect Flower to run some Pharah here, most likely, and we'll see what happens on Oasis. As for the rest of the map pool, Doa, there are some really interesting features that we've got going. Most intriguingly is KongDoo Panthera has played all 5 of their maps on Hanamura. They're 4-1. Hanamura is not in the map pool today, so we're going to have to see something different from them on Assault.
Well, for now, it's time to go to Oasis and see who takes the early lead in the series. Will it be the 5-0 control team LW Blue, or will KongDoo Panthera hand them their first control loss of the season? Time to get in the game and find out. Welcome to the Oasis, or more specifically, the University. I wonder if they have, they still have ridiculous university tuition in the future, in the Overwatch future. That's got to be gone now, right?
Well, historically, Doa, the
Yeah.
universities in Baghdad, if you go all the way back to the medieval period, they used to pay you to go to university in Baghdad.
That sounds great.
In the old days. It was one of the great centers of learning of the world. So if this is in Iraq, maybe they give, I think it was like a gold coin a month or something.
I would absolutely take that. That sounds great.
So there's your history lesson, kids.
They really knew what was up. Well, this university is for fighting Monte Cristo.
Well,
It's for fighting over a little room.
I guess I'm still not understanding really why they're fighting in Oasis. Seems like a nice place.
It's a good question,
Don't
yeah.
want to ruin it.
Yeah, exactly. At least they're not fighting around the books. That's good.
Okay, well, this is
Walk on the Tracer.
Fisher. We don't see a lot of Winston play on this particular point, because it's so easy to block these small chokes with the Reinhardt, but the kills start coming in early.
Yeah, one for each side. Rascal, low health, but he's looking for more. Takes down Gambler. Echo falls as well. Now on board with Flower, looking for some victims of himself. Evermore already desuited and soon to be de-hit pointed. Maybe not. Oh, Sibiolbi's going to steal that one, I guess. Sibiolbi back on the Roadhog again.
Really sticking with it, I guess, but
Yeah, he really
you
is.
can't argue. They're actually doing well. Nice hook to get Waka Waka with a finishing kill.
He looked a lot better
Mobilizing
on
the
that
Tracer.
Roadhog against Africa Blue than he did in the match before that.
It also, of course, depends on the map you're playing. You know, talking
Sure.
about Flower, playing the Pharah, you're not going to play Pharah on University, and I understand why you would go for the Roadhog Reinhardt, because it does provide so much pressure as you fish for hooks on the choke.
Yeah.
So I like what we're seeing here. This is a really good composition for this particular point that is so focused around the choke point and crowd control.
Well, Panthera trying to go for a bit of a deep dive here, but getting forced back as Fissure goes down. They don't have the Zarya shield really to keep him alive, so it's going to be a bit tough to kind of dive like they've been doing.
I think KongDoo Panthera's composition for University is straight up awful, though. You're going to see
Doesn't look good.
the switch up to the Roadhog and the Reinhardt now from KongDoo. They just abandoned it entirely, because when you have the hook coming through that choke point and you have the Reinhardt blocking it with his shield, and then when you get, of course, the Zarya and Reinhardt ults there, there's no way to enter the point. So
All right, Nano Boost time. Flower with the Nano Blade. Pulled out, gets pinned, lives with 9 health though, gets the heals just in time. Oh, he finally goes down. Waka Waka gets the kill. Rascal though coming back with his own Dragon Blade, got one. Got to be careful around that Zarya, but Waka Waka finishes him off. Should be another kill for Rascal coming in, and KongDoo Panthera will get a little bit of control percent rolling here.
yeah, I think that was a bit of underutilization of ultimates from LW Blue. They got cocky because they thought that the Nano Blade from Flower would be enough to clean everybody up, but they didn't get the kills they were looking for, and that pin lost them a lot of time during the Dragon Blade. So
They do get cocky from time to time.
yeah.
I feel like we have
They had a
seen that quite
Graviton,
bit
they
with
had
them.
an Earth Shatter, so but
Yeah.
it should still be. They still have a big ult advantage from CC.
They can play
Okay.
patient. Fissure gets the kill into Janus right away, though. And Mako has to back away. That's not a good start, although Rascal is staying alive. No, he did go down in the end. Mako got him with the long-range right-click. Fissure diving deep, though, and overall, LW Blue really having to pull back here.
Fisher played that extremely well. immediately upon getting the nano boost, takes out the enemy Reinhardt, and then saves his Shatter to deal with everybody in the back line on the dive. So big help from him, lots of value from the ultimates from KongDoo Panthera. LW Blue working their way back up, though. They already have 4, and Luna's not that far away.
Yeah, the control percent getting even, though, between KongDoo Panthera and LW Blue. They're going in. The charge Evermore misses his hook. They've got the sound barrier now to keep them alive. Sibiolbi gets 2 actually out the whole hog, make it 3. Huge ultimate for Sibiolbi, and LW Blue is going to cruise back into control at this point, it seems like.
Yeah, but what did they have to use for that, though? That's the big thing.
Pretty much everything.
They had to use all 4 of their ultimates. Pretty sure the Earth Shatter was not going to be necessary there, considering that they had already landed the big Graviton and the whole hog.
Yeah.
They're going to have a...
At least they've still got the nano boost.
And they got the sound barrier out of Bling, which is pretty huge as well.
Right.
It's not like we're going to see KongDoo coming back with a tremendous edge right now. Waka Waka going to be on the Zarya, or looking for that flank.
He hasn't been super effective yet on the Roadhog, although Sabiolbi does go down early on. Flower with the Nano Blade again, looking for a few more kills. Gets Waka Waka very low. There's a kill he was looking for. LW Blue wins that big defensive fight. Yeah, you just can ignore that Roadhog. Evermore, you can stay down there, man. Don't worry about it.
He's just whole hogging in the pit. Poor Evermore got knocked down there by himself. So LW Blue with a cruising to a victory. And that was much more one-sided than our first map that we saw in the last best of 5 of Lijiang Tower, which was one of the closest maps, control maps that we've had this entire tournament. We'll see if KongDoo Panthera can pull it back on this control best of 3.
I mean, overall, it just seemed like LW Blue was just kind of winning out on the fights. They were just brawling a little bit better, which is, you know, what you expect from a team that's undefeated in control maps this season.
I also just really disliked the composition that we saw from KongDoo Panthera on University. You can run dives on either of the other 2 points on Oasis, but when everybody has to file through that choke point, and it's all about those sort of triple tank compositions with a lot of crowd control, you don't find very many good targets for diving.
You know, Roadhog on that point is kind of tough to use, too, because there's so many corners and angles. With Hook 2.0, you really get it broken a lot. Evermore started on the Diva, didn't work very well, so he swapped over the hero that he's good at. Not the greatest hero for that point, so yeah, not a great comp. Rough start for KongDoo Panthera. See if they can tie it up here on City Center. LW Blue taking the high ground early.
Yep, and Sabiolbi back onto the Tracer, and he's going to pick up the first kill onto Fisher here, so early advantage for LW Blue as members of KongDoo are going to fall down onto the point.
Man, and they're just ganging up on Evermore. I feel like we are seeing shades of what Meta Athena was able to do in their match versus KongDoo Panthera, where, I mean, if you looked at that last fight, everybody was just in a big circle around Evermore, and it was not good.
Yeah, these split spawns are getting pretty brutal, too, right at the end, taking out Luffy late in the engagement as we knew they couldn't stand on the high ground any longer with that many men down. So Rascal did get a lot of charge on his ultimate, but Flower matching him basically percent for percent.
Flower and Bling both on the Soldier 76 this time around. I kind of wonder if Rascal started out on Soldier maybe expecting Flower on the Pharah, but hey, that's not a bad pick either way. It's kind of interesting to see them both on the Soldier. Pulse Bomb comes in. Sabiolbi gets Bling. That's a nice pick early on. Flower with the Nano Visor now. Trying to find some kills on that Soldier 76. Nice rocket onto Fissure at the end. And that's just going to help LW Blue secure this. Luffy looks for the sleep dart, doesn't find it. Now he's on the run. Has to watch out for it. Can't quite get to Evermore in time to heal him. Meanwhile, Rascal with his own Nano Visor. Nano Boost and the ultimate. No kills out of that. I guess he did get Luna in the end. Self-destruct coming in, though. Gets out of the way just in the nick of time. But KongDoo Panthera, yeah, I don't think they're going to be winning this fight, man. They're scrapping, but they just don't have enough people left.
I mean, the sound barrier used later on just to buy them more time and more control percent.
Yeah.
Waka Waka going to get out of his mech and chase outwards. So that was a very good sound barrier by Gambler to prolong that fight and make sure they maintain control. And now we're ticking up towards 80%, and there's really not a lot of tools left for KongDoo Panthera. LW Blue has amazing stalling left over, but Evermore, that will certainly help your team.
Yeah, once in a while you just sneak up on one of the supports. Feels good. And we know Evermore is a really sneaky Roadhog, man. He's big, but he's stealthy.
Yes, he's patient, too.
That's right.
Well, but if Janus kills both of your supports,
that's not
all
good.
that hard work goes down, and now it's going to be a Primal Rage at 99% to help LW maintain control till the very end.
LW Blue looking at a maybe 100-0 on this point right now. Gambler goes down early. Rascal on the high ground, finally going to get forced away by Janus. Janus gets the kill. OT ticking down. Oh, started again by Waka Waka. Gets back in there, and the Tracer. Luffy is there. They've got some respawns, and Bling able to keep people up for the moment with the sound barrier, but it's only the supports on the point right now. Sabi will be waiting for a chance to use that pulse bomb. Might not even need it. Nope, there's OT out the window, and LW Blue just going to 2-0 Oasis. They are now 6-0 on control maps this season.
Yeah, impressive to say the least. But this was the strength of LW Blue. So yes, they have a convincing first map. But what does this mean? Now, when we saw them play Oasis earlier this season against Lunatic High, they looked amazing. I think they are probably the best Oasis team that we have in this tournament, and they already had a pretty natural advantage on control as a unit. So
Yeah.
this was dominating, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the series is going to be, especially as we move into hybrid maps. Because here's the thing. If you are KongDoo Panthera now, you're probably going to pick King's Row. Because so far, LW Blue has looked quite... They're not only 0-2 on King's Row, but they've looked actively bad on King's Row.
For some reason, on King's Row, they've really had a hard time with their ult usage and putting together proper fights. And I don't know what it is about that map, but you are right. They kind of fall apart on that one. Sabi will be with the play of the game. What do you want to bet? This is a 3-man whole hog.
Yep, right there.
Oh, yes. Graviton Surge sets that up pretty nicely.
I take it back. From that angle, the Earth Shatter was definitely necessary because it kept them CC'd while the sound barrier was ticking down. So that was actually a really well-played CC chain.
Okay. Well, either way, LW Blue with a nice early lead in this best of 5. And remember, I mean, this is it for both of these teams. Win and move on to the semifinals. Lose and you're done in Apex Season 2.
I fully expect King's Row to be the selection here from KongDoo.
It would make the most sense based on previous results. Eichenwald and Bani, the other options, and it will be King's Row. No big shock there.
Yeah, the thing is that the hybrid map selections are going to be obvious for both teams because the other side of the coin is for LW Blue. They are 2-0 on Numbani, and that's been by far their best hybrid map. And all of KongDoo Panthera's losses have been on Numbani.
Yeah.
So both of these teams have very specific hybrid strengths and weaknesses. And King's Row will hope that LW Blue has leveled up their game on this map, so we have at least a close set here.
Well, we'll see. I mean, you got to do well at some point, right? Who knows? But King's Row has really been an enigma for this team.
They looked really bad on this map against Africa Blue.
It's strange. I mean, they don't really have a big hard time taking point A, but Streets phase is rough. You'll see. Maybe you won't. Probably. We'll find out. King's Row, our next map. We'll see if KongDoo Panthera's choice pays off, see if they can tie up this series, or if LW Blue puts themselves one map away from the semifinals. It's game time. Oh yes, I get it. I get that it's time for KongDoo Panthera to try to tie things up.
Will LW Blue commit to the May on the defense here with
Maybe.
Sabi be on the Soldier. They're bouncing out for the point, so it seems likely.
Well, Flower didn't play any May in their last match, but we have seen him play it in the past pretty frequently. It looks like they will stick with it. I'm excited about LW Blue's attacking round because I really love watching Flower's Hanzo work.
Yeah,
so
very
hopefully
true.
we get a chance to see that. Ouch, that hurt. You take that door. I'm coming through you. You don't know when. Uh-oh.
I wonder if Izana is actually going to heal him up at any point, or he's going to be forced to use the biotic field. Luna's coming back. Will Rascal be on the Sombra? Now, Rascal has been incredible on this map on Sombra. Absolutely jaw-dropping. So this would be a very welcome pick, and a pocket pick at that for KongDoo.
That'd be sick. He's going to stick with it. Bling just firing out a couple arrows before he swaps over to his Lucio.
Oh boy, yes!
And here we go.
I was waiting for this. They played the attack Sombra against Flash Lux,
Yeah.
and Rascal just went berserk on them. Probably the single most, not going to be hacked because of the Zarya shield, at least at
I
first.
think he got it the second time.
He did
yeah.
get it the second time.
Big Ana grenade through there right after the hack as well. So nice engage for KongDoo Panthera. Trying to push LW Blue back. They do just that. Can they take the point though?
This guy is so aggressive on Sombra. You know, you normally see people getting out with
There
the
it is.
translocator. Gets it again.
Another hack on the shield. Yeah, getting out just in time up to that high ground. Really nice setup to be annoying. Low health now though, so he's going to have to back away. And so that's going to be a 5v6 push for the moment anyway.
He's going to hack that, get some ult charge though.
Yeah,
So
meantime.
he's trying to zone them out, but he's not controlling the high ground in the same way that he did against Flash Lux. Has
Well-
to go back into upper halls.
I mean, keep in mind, he was 1v1ing Soldier on the high ground. in that
Hello!
match, and Gambler shows him what a support can do. Woo!
Gambler
feel
knew
it?
exactly what was going on there.
That's right.
Janus going to go down to Luffy though, so LW Blue definitely not out of the woods yet.
You know, when I saw that work against Flash Lux, I'm like, all right, this is working against Flash Lux. It's impressive, but it's
No.
Flash Lux, guys.
I mean, he played so well, it was amazing. So it was going to work against other teams, maybe not
Sure.
quite to that degree.
Oh, all right, late nano boost added. I don't think they really needed that. Sabiobi, with not a lot of targets to use that one on, kind of
EMP's
wastes
up.
attack.
Here we
visor.
go.
There it is. Big EMP comes through, looking for a few more kills. Janus goes down early. LW Blue shorthanded on the defense. They've got the high ground though. Rascal going up, goes for the hack onto Sabiobi. Has to back away though. Low health now.
So
Looks like he will get out.
Flower going to go down to Evermore, and that's going to be the point because nobody can actually get on it. LW Blue had scattered because they knew the EMP was coming, so they were playing on mostly the high ground to avoid the devastating effects of being grouped up and caught behind a disabled Reinhardt's shield. But that time, unfortunately, with the tanks going down, they had nobody to actually contest the payload. But LW Blue doesn't come out too much the worse for wear. They're going to have Shatter soon. They nearly have the Graviton. They have a Blizzard. So LW Blue should be able to hold pretty strong in the Streets phase.
Certainly got the tools to stall with. Nico sneaking around the side, has that Graviton Surge now. Gets found out by Waka Waka on the Tracer though.
Rascal switched to Zarya. Now I'm sad.
Whoa, they are going in hardcore, man. Blizzard used as well. They really want to just stop KongDoo Panthera cold here. Sabiobi with 2 kills already. Flower nailing those right clicks. And it looks like they will be able to push Panthera back for the moment.
Yep, only using 2 ultimates though. They're going to have that Nano Visor back up for the next fight. Janus is there with the Earth Shatter, and they're going to keep delaying here at the choke with the wall.
All right, they do get the split.
Very nice.
Yeah, Rascal separated on the Zarya. Not going to make it. Rascal on the Zarya. A little bit interesting to see there. Swapping onto that after he was done with the Sombra.
Yeah, this is fantastic for LW Blue. By buying that time, they're going to get the Nano Visor up 100%. That's just a jerk move from the Ana hopping out with the Zarya shield. And again, every second counting right now. 3 minutes for KongDoo Panthera to push this, and they basically moved nowhere in the Streets phase.
Yeah, very true. Fissure still has that Earth Shatter ready to go. He's going to drop it. Got blocked, though. Tries to charge through, but Sound Barrier, LW Blue is ready for them. They're going to back away. Sabiobi has that attack visor ready to go. Mako with the kill into Waka Waka. KongDoo Panthera is starting to take some ground, though.
Sabioli with the style spray while he was reloading after he killed the other nano-boosted soldier.
Feels good, man.
Look at that whole hog up, though, and it looks like finally KongDoo Panthera going to get a decent push through Streets, but Meko's going to be right back with another ultimate, and so will Flower. So
It's really interesting, actually, to see Rascal on the Zarya because that hero makes up less than 1% of his total playtime in career-wise. So that is a brand new pick pretty much for him. Let's Evermore stay on the Road Dog. Waka Waka can play the DPS. Theoretically, it's not a bad move. Graviton Surge comes in for LW Blue. Flower gets a kill onto Evermore with the Blizzard. They drop another Wombo combo. That should stall out KongDoo Panthera right before they take B there.
Yep.
All right.
Everybody gonna have to go back up. It is weird. Wow, Fire Strike onto Waka Waka on the high ground, and oh no, Luffy!
Oh dear. Well, Flower landed a nice right-click headshot to set that Fire Strike up for the kill, so some good long-range sniping from LW Blue.
Yeah, and LW Blue again, every time they split spawn like that, they get some more ult charge in the bank. They're working their way back up to another Nano Visor.
Yep.
Rascal going to have to be very deliberate with this Graviton Surge, but the hold through Streets has been Really well done by LW Blue so far. They haven't rolled over and died like they have previously on Kings Row.
Oh, wow, just going in,
Oh.
man. There's a Maywall. Where's the follow-up? Nano boost onto Fissure, trying to get some kills. Evermore does find Gambler before he gets a sound barrier, and there's a big Earth Strike. Luna falls immediately. Charge misses, though. Still going to get the kill on Mako anyway, no big deal. Meanwhile, Sabi will be diving down with the tac visor, but gets smacked down by Waka Waka. Looks like finally KongDoo Panthera going to take point B.
Sabi will be going to switch heroes. Yes, he is to Roadhog. Okay, because otherwise there was no point to using the tac visor there.
Yeah.
But it looks like they want to go for more of a pick composition in the Foundry. And Flower will make the change onto the McCree. Waka Waka. We've seen him on the Widowmaker before.
He's quickly becoming more of a DPS and a flex in these last few best of fives, hasn't he?
It's interesting because Rascal's most played hero has been Soldier, basically.
Yeah.
At least in the last series they played against LW Blue.
I mean, clearly they're just really confident in what he can do on the Zarya, and they need a good Zarya right now. If Waka Waka's not going to play it, so why not go for it? LW Blue engaging with the sound barrier now. They put the nano boost onto Mako. Is he going to get a chance for the Graviton Surge? They may not need it. No, going to use it anyway. Where's the follow-up, though? He's got plenty of charge. Oh, but he gets taken out by Rascal. KongDoo Panthera having to back away anyway. Nice kill into Sabiel B. Waka Waka certainly making his presence felt.
Oh, wow. Gets outsnipes
Oh,
the
look out.
Yana, who's trying to deal with him. Lucio will escape back into the tunnel, but that's sort of a Pyrrhic victory for LW Blue as they don't stop the cart and they lose a couple late in the fight to the Widowmaker. They have not switched to anybody who can actually deal with this. We don't see a Diva, and there's a hook! Evermore lands
boy.
it.
I was wondering how Luna was moving that fast. Now I know.
Mystery
Got
solved.
hooked. Yep. Need Scooby-Doo in the game for that one.
Sabiobi actually killed the Widow. That's huge. Not sure how he managed to get that hook, and he's going to draw Rascal in. Rascal will be annihilated. Sabiobi, the whole hog.
That's a brawl, but in the end, LW Blue's going to push KongDoo Panthera back, and there's less than a minute remaining, so maybe, just maybe, LW Blue.
That's
yeah, that's
so
big.
clutch at the end.
They
That
might be able to
means-
hold him now.
Yeah, that means that last kill, those last two kills, means that KongDoo Panthera only has basically one push left in overtime. They may have been able to squeeze in two. Otherwise, Mako now on the Diva. Love the switch up. Get in Waka Waka's face. Waka Waka changing to McCree, though, and that means Mako changes back to Zarya. So he sees it immediately, and he's not going to stick with the Diva.
Jane is hiding. Oh, they're going to
wanted
find him.
it.
Yeah, you got to check those corners, man. You
Smart.
know.
But,
you know.
but when you slow them down like that, you're still getting
There it
something.
is. Earth Shatter comes in. Reinhardt turned the shield, and that is going to open it up for Fissure to come through. Oh, but he gets hit with the sleep dart. Flower, gonna get anything with the Deadeye? No, he's not gonna get hit with his own sleep dart. He gets taken out. It's OT now, but they might be able to complete it. They do. LW Blue failing a bit at the end there. Really should have had somebody on the court.
There was really sloppy
Yeah.
from LW Blue. Jonas got quite greedy for that Earth Shatter, and when he went in, he only caught the Lucio, and the rest of his team was taken, just hit in the front line by a Graviton Surge, so he was quickly turned on and focused down. I think if they had played a little more straightforward, they actually had a chance to defend that, but because Jonas died right at the beginning of that one, no real shot. They didn't know the Graviton was up. Had they known the Graviton is up, they definitely would have kept Reinhardt in the front line so that at least they would have to flank to get past his shield and deal damage.
You know, more than anything, I feel like really we saw more of the LW Blue cockiness at the end there. They get into these situations where they think they've had the round one, and then they underestimate their opponent. They get overwhelmed. I feel like we've seen that situation a lot with these guys.
It's just high risk, high reward, because if they don't check that corner and Jonas gets the Mega Shatter, then you just win, straight up. You know, they don't have a chance to contest during overtime, but they took that risk. I don't really think that it was worth it if you know the enemy team has the Graviton Surge, because of exactly what happened. They just Graviton everybody else in your front line, and then the Reinhardt just dies.
In the round of 8, though, I feel like we're seeing LW Blue become susceptible to losing those types of fights right at the end of rounds more often. I mean, if you look at Kings Row versus Afrika Blue, it was almost the same circumstance, where it looked like they were going to hold, and then in the end, one last bad fight, and Afrika Blue just gets it that much farther, you know?
Well, I suppose the upside is it was during overtime, so
True.
They don't have KongDoo Panthera didn't get any time. If LW Blue pushes through, they may have a little bit of time left over to push the payload. Flower will be on the Hanzo. Talked about this before. Excellent Hanzo player.
Oh yeah, I'm
And
excited.
It's pick composition. We see Hanzo Roadhog quite a bit on King's Row attack.
See if he sticks on it. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to. Okay, so not going to use the Hanzo this time. Going to go with the Farah instead.
Well, he sees triple tank, and I don't think he wants to deal with that. So, interesting though. I don't know if he saw the soldier there as to going for the Farah. I'm a bit surprised he didn't try and take the Genji instead.
We'll see.
To just kind of wrest control of the high ground away from the soldier.
Okay. KongDoo Waka Waka back on the Zarya this time around. There's a hook. No kill. I think the shield came in time. Waka Waka does go down though. Luna gets that kill. Flower, ooh, not lasting. Ended up taking himself out there, but he did take down Fissure. LW Blue though, I don't think they're too, well, they're going to go for it.
I mean, you'll
All
take
right,
that trade
with
100%.
With the Reinhardt out of the way, sure, why not? They're going to give the nano boost to Sabiel B. Wow.
Okay. I would not have
Needed?
used the nano boost right there.
I don't know, man.
It's a good defensive move from KongDoo to back out into the streets.
Sure.
But you definitely did not need to use the nano boost, and now you're going to find yourself down a nano boost compared to Luffy.
Well, and Fissure had time to get back. They're going to give him the nano boost now. Flower on the top. Raining death from above, perhaps. Earthshatter comes through. Not too successful for KongDoo Panthera. Nice pin onto Sabiel B, though. Flower kind of finding himself on his own. He does get the kill on the Gambler, but he's got to worry about that 76.
Actually gets it. Meko finishes the kill off after Flower hits him with a rocket at close range. So even trade, more or less. 2 ticks taken on the point, but still LW Blue with the respawn advantage should be able to eventually grind this one out.
Sabiel B has the whole hog. Get a lot of pushing power with that. They only need 1 tick more on the control meter. Gonna dive around the side through the hotel. Echo needs to land a good Graviton Surge here. Group everybody up. He's nearly got it. 100 charge on the Zarya. Man, that is a ton of damage. Where is it, though?
They want to save it. Nope.
Blink goes
Guess
down.
not.
Yeah, they're going to use it. That sets it up for Flower to get the big barrage. Gets Rascal in the end, and that is the fight that LW Blue is looking for.
Wow, not sure they needed to invest absolutely everything there. Remember that they had a Zarya with 100% charge. I mean, Barrage is not a high-value ultimate most of the time because in order to be effective, it has to be comboed with other things. Or you obviously make yourself incredibly vulnerable while using it.
Sure.
But they're going to push it, so clock starts ticking. Both of these teams started with about 4 minutes left to push after point A. So we're looking at a similar scenario, but KongDoo Panthera doesn't have that same trove of ultimates.
Oh, that was not a great Earthshatter. Blocked completely. Nano boost for KongDoo Panthera. They're going to respond here. Rascal coming in from the side. He's got the nano visor, got the tac visor at least. And that's a pretty crushing defensive victory for KongDoo.
Okay, I mean, you're fine with that.
Huh.
It took 4 ults from KongDoo Panthera to do that, so that's going to limit their ability to defend throughout the rest of Streets. Waka Waka going to try and make a play here with a Graviton.
Yep.
What's he going to get? There's no follow-up. Flower changing to Genji.
Oh, gets hooked immediately. Yeah, I think they had a pretty good idea he was there.
They didn't see that, Zarya, and they checked their corner, and you pay for it if they do that.
Meanwhile, nano boost onto Janus now as they try to push ahead. Sabiel B with the whole hog, ready to push if they need to. The payload is moving pretty fast, though. LW Blue didn't even complete this stage against Afrika Blue.
No, I didn't even complete point 2.
Nope. That would be this stage.
Oh, this stage,
Yep.
yeah.
Push back a little bit for the moment, but pretty soon. They're coming up on some ults, so they should be pretty well situated. Although KongDoo Panthera are looking pretty good in the ult department too, aren't they?
Yeah, LW Blue, though, threw away a lot. The nano boost basically being useless again, and
dear.
there we go. Okay,
It's
goodbye.
T-ball. That's what I'm going to call Graviton Surge plus a Reinhardt waiting in it. It's T-ball, man. Set him up and Reinhardt knocks him down.
Pretty easy. Flower dove in too far, and had he lived through that, they may have been able to get more of an ult charge onto the Genji and more of a good push going.
Yeah.
But as it stands, Luna has not been great with the nano boosts this time around. His team is not coordinating well around them, and KongDoo Panthera's nano boost value has been significantly higher.
Earthshatter doesn't get a whole lot done. Janus
That one
uses
does.
it. Yeah, that works out, man. They're going to pop the sound barrier just to keep the fight going. LW Blue really needs some pushing on the payload here. They're going to get their wish. Keeping a couple ults as well. So that was a great fight for LW Blue.
Yeah, and you couldn't ask for more. They saved what they needed to. They came in with 6 ultimates, and now you've got Flower and Luna and Mako all with ultimates available. Easy to Graviton Surge, and then Nano Blade. Evermore He's going solo queue.
All right, it's time to carry hard, but you might get there a little bit late. There's a contest.
Can he get the
Nice hook on the Gambler. Evermore just doing Evermore things. They're going to chase him down, but he's got the whole hog and the attention of LW Blue. That's going to slow people down quite a bit. They're trying to run back, but man, Evermore did a lot of damage there. Nice right click onto Janice.
Oh, jeez.
Fade away right click, man.
Carry Moore is back
Jeez.
against LW Blue.
That was all Evermore.
That was definitely all Evermore there. Hitting the crucial hook onto the Lucio. LW Blue kept their discipline, though. They didn't use any ultimates, but they did lose a lot of time. And Evermore needs to be tracked down because he's up in the halls again.
Dun, dun,
Oh, man.
dun,
If he gets the Ana here,
dun, 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 dun. Okay, they spot him.
they know where he is.
And Flower does see him.
How annoying can he be? They know they can't take a straight-up fight. This is actually really smart by KongDoo.
Yeah, they
Okay.
just chase him down.
Yeah, so
Now they get the 65.
but you buy time, right? Every time that happens, you buy time. You know you can't win that fight anyway, so best case scenario, you give a chance for your allies to charge that ultimate.
All right, trying to come in from both sides. There's a big Earth Shatter used on a lot of members of LW Blue. Fissure gets the pin on Mako. He's going to take him all the way off. Oh, no. Was it worth the trade? We'll find out. Flower getting a couple. I think LW Blue may have this one. They've got the point at least. Probably.
Yeah, they're definitely going to come through on point B, but they've got a ways to go in the Foundry and not a lot of time to do it. Minute and a half gets put on the clock.
Yeah, this is dire straits for LW Blue here. I don't think Fissure meant to take Meko all the way off the map.
Well,
like
it was one of those times where he was charging. He's like, I want to hit you into a wall now, but your barrier's still up, so I can't.
that. Yeah, there was no wall at the end
There
of
was
that.
no
He-
wall.
He was
so
about
had to
to
go
stop,
all
so
the way to the very end, but
he did what he could with it.
Mako had already used the Graviton.
Yep.
Jonas and the rest of LW Blue just trying to group up and move forward into the Foundry.
All right, well,
55 seconds. They've got to make a very good push here.
KongDoo finished theirs in OT. We'll see if LW Blue can do the same. Here we go. Tag visor used. Janice gets hooked. Evermore helps finish him off. Meanwhile, Rascal with the tag visor pushes LW Blue back. They lose a couple. LW Blue trying to regroup. They really have about one push left at this point.
Flower switched to McCree, which makes me think that they really just want to play around Earth Shatter and try and get the Reinhardt with the flashbang and then
Speaking
hit
of
the
Earth
Shatter.
Shatters,
Yeah.
big one comes in from Janice, sets up a push for LW Blue. That's looking pretty good so far.
Gladic grenade not really going to be helpful considering there wasn't any pressure and they're able to get the pick onto Waka Waka. So here we go, 10 seconds away from overtime. Flower will have the Deadeye to zone.
Yeah, it's going to need to be a good zoning Deadeye too, but LW Blue have a chance for an OT finish here. See if they can do it. KongDoo Panthera grouping up. Here's the final push. Rascal on the Bastion now. Fissure diving in. There's a sound barrier. They're going to wait it out. Rascal with the
That's a
Bastion.
great
Flower gets a
Earthshatter.
Deadeye. Evermore does go down. Do they have the follow-up for the Earthshatter, though? Doesn't look like they do just yet. Rascal taken down. It's a good start, and Flower just going crazy on this. McCree forces Luffy out. Now we're into OT, and they will finish 3-3. It's a tight one already, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely
Wow.
is. Whew. Well, that was really close. Certainly LW Blue performing substantially better than we've seen them previously on King's Row. And they stay neck and neck with KongDoo on their map selection. KongDoo so close at the end. That Shatter, it looked like the line of sight from the Bastion from the Shatter was cut off by the cart because he
think so,
didn't
yeah.
get any of the players that were on the ground. Even though the CC was good, the angle for Bastion may not have been. Both teams are going to get a minute on the clock. Can anybody take this in a minute?
It's a struggle to play Bastion defensively on that little last point there because either you have to choose that safer position in the back which doesn't afford you the greatest sight lines, or you have to park yourself in a place that's a bit more dangerous. So I feel like a different pick other than the Bastion might have been a little bit better there. It's a tough hero to use, I think, on that point.
Yeah, KongDoo showing Rascal's Farah and Waka Waka on the Widowmaker. So Bling looks like he's just going to use a Sonic Arrow and check out the composition. Now, a lot of times Widow can be very good when you don't have much time in the bank because you get that one pick and you can snowball it easily.
Right.
And you're not really going for ults here, ult charge, because you're just not going to have time to get ults up, or not that many.
Waka Waka looking for the kill on the Widowmaker. Oh, fails to jump onto the ledge there. That's a bummer.
That is definitely a bummer because you're sort of hoping that the Pharah can use Concussive Blast to open up some space to get the Widowmaker some accurate shots.
Exactly. All right, got to avoid the Ana. Luna booped off the second level. The Rascal takes too much damage, has to pull back for a second. Waka Waka
Why
in
is
trouble.
Waka Waka there?
I don't know, man. He was like Rambo Widowmaker for the second. That's not what you... Widowmaker's not a melee character, for the record.
Flower picks up an easy kill as a result of Waka Waka's positioning. Immediate
McCree
swap
now.
to McCree.
Okay.
16 seconds until OT. Pascal still just trying to rain some rockets in and see what he can pick up.
Waka Waka's not played a lot of McCree yet in his career here, so this might be a bit of a surprise for LW Blue. Rascal just doing what he can, but he's not getting the kills. Fissure on the point right now. He's got the Earth Shatter.
Waka Waka's dead again.
That is not great. That is not a great Earth Shatter. Charges in, gets a kill on Luna somehow. Fissure just trying to hard carry his team into a point
Flower's
take
gonna have
here.
Dragon Blade.
Yeah, Rascal.
Pulse Bomb, gonna take out one.
Yep, good Pulse Bomb. OT ticking away. Flower doing what he can, trying to remove the Tracer. They do take out Rascal, and that should be about it. Oh, no, it's not quite yet. All right, now it should be about it.
Yep,
there
that's
we
it.
go. KongDoo Panthera, no points. LW Blue holds it.
So LW Blue, of course, in that similar situation, 1 minute to try and do something. Otherwise, we will go to a single control point. And remember, with LW Blue's control dominance, any sudden death is going to be hugely in favor of LW Blue.
Yeah, that's a great point, actually. You do not want to play a sudden death tiebreak control round against a team that has not lost a control map all season.
Yeah, at least they've lost points, though, so it's not like it's totally hopeless, but this is the last team I would want to play on control in this tournament.
I wouldn't want to play any of the teams on control personally because they're much better at Overwatch than I am, Monte Cristo.
So we'll take a look at some great Tracer play from Sabielby, which is what we expect from him, and then the very clutch Pulse Bomb. I saw him getting it up at the end, but taking out everybody on the point, making it look easy. Evermore wants the big hook, and KongDoo Panthera. Pretty standard composition here for defense, and LW Blue going for a dive comp.
That's what it says in Korean in that spray. It says sorry. All right. Beware. The Pharaoh Luffy is ready. Looks like it's going to be Flower on the Genji, though. And Sabi will be back on the Tracer. Smart to probably go with what they've been doing best at.
I just think this is better if you're going to see that Soldier as opposed to the Pharah.
To get in there and brawl, just like they've been good at all season long. Sabi will be sneaking around the side, looking for maybe some support kills. No, they're all going up there, actually.
They force Soldier up the high ground instantly. And LW Blue go for the long flank here and maybe only allow themselves one push with the time that they've got.
Yeah. Well, Sabielby takes the
It's
biotic grenade.
It's not a very good biotic grenade, actually. It only hits 2, and they'll be able to heal themselves up.
And no follow-up at all out of that one. Flower's got to be a little bit careful. Sabielby looping around the backside now. Gets in behind Fissure. Decent amount of damage there. Ooh, wow, that was so close.
Yeah, it's
wow, Sabielby going nuts, man. Going after Evermore. Can he finish him off? He can. Sabielby on fire on this Tracer right now. Flower gets a kill to Rascal. That's full TPS all the way. There goes Bling. LW Blue on track to win it. Nice stick for the Pulse Bomb. Doesn't get the kill, but he does push Fissure back. One tick already on the control meter. LW Blue looks like they got King's Row.
And that was a great demonstration of Tracer play, which we've come to expect.
Here we go. Nano Boost onto Fissure, though they're not done quite yet. Nano Boost now into Janice. Both Reinhardts flailing away at each other. Evermore does not last long when he gets back. And that is that. LW Blue going to take King's Row in Time Bank.
And finally, they win their first map on King's Row. And that's going to be hugely demoralizing to KongDoo Panthera because you come into this match and you have your game plan. You say, okay, well, it's going to be hard for us to win control against LW Blue, but wait, we've got King's Row we can pick as a hybrid map second. We should be able to tie it up on that one. That's one of their worst maps. LW Blue comes out, but you see how effective that Tracer, a great Tracer player, is against Evermore. Yeah. The mind games going in with the dashes and the hooks. Sabielby gets some backup from his team at the end, but does the damage, and he contains Evermore in the building where he doesn't have good sight lines to land a Roadhog hook, and he's the first one who goes down and starts that snowball that allows LW Blue to power through and take the rest of the control percentage.
You know, we really are seeing LW Blue put into effect what we saw Meta Athena sort of expose
Yes.
in KongDoo Panthera's weaknesses. You can tell these guys were taking notes.
Definitely. I'm a bit surprised that we didn't see more Tracer focus on Evermore prior to that point, but
Yeah.
it does show again how effective it can be.
Well, when we come back, we will see if LW Blue can complete the 3-0 and punch their tickets to the semifinals, or if KongDoo Panthera will begin yet another reverse sweep. LW Blue has been up 2-0 in the quarterfinals over KongDoo Panthera before. Didn't end well that time.
Certainly
see
didn't.
if it changes a little bit this time. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Oh, it hurt so bad. Say about it. Thanks a lot for ruining solo queue for me for the next month time. But thanks a lot. That's 5 BK Stars versus Envious here. And Envious kind of scattered right now. They're going to send in Taimu with the. And actually, BK Stars gets 2 points on Volskaya.
That's right, and they actually
But it's like still, I don't understand what to do. I like so
The
hard.
ticket to 2CP is never a thing. Just go in and believe in yourself.
Yes! If you kill people you lucky, you win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy.
PL YOLO. Sometimes you win.
And sometimes you lose.
Yes!
I'm gonna try Widow.
Oh, he gets him! Another highlight reel in the making right here, ladies and gentlemen. See, Taimu's like that guy in every solo queue game where he's like, all right, we're losing, I'm gonna go Widowmaker. But Taimu can make it work. Oh, it hurt so bad.
he's just setting up these huge crossfires. Oh my!
What is going on here? Insane Widowmaker play. Welcome back to Overwatch Apex Season 2. LW Blue finds themselves up 2-0 over KongDoo Panthera once again. We've seen this before, Monty. Did not end well for LW Blue that time, but this time things feel a bit different, don't they?
Well, this is the bad scenario, though, for the likes of KongDoo Panthera. They needed to win on King's Row. That was going to be the weakness that they had to exploit from LW Blue, because we're going into Assault. And yes, KongDoo Panthera is 4-1 on Assault, but they've only ever played Hanamura in this tournament. So I have no idea how good they are on their next selection, which is going to be Temple of Anubis.
Okay. Yeah, Temple of Anubis will be the pick. LW Blue is 2-1 lifetime on this map, at least.
Yeah, I'm curious, because when you think about the way that KongDoo Panthera plays Overwatch, they love the triple tank, and what they really like doing on Hanamura is playing triple tank and Mei. And they love controlling that choke point, that main choke point with the Mei, and it is significantly harder to do that, to play with that Mei on Anubis and Volskaya, than it is on Hanamura. So,
meanwhile, I feel like Anubis just kind of unleashes Flower and Sableby to play some of their best heroes, too. If you look at the Genji, the Widowmaker.
I totally agree with you. I think it's really dangerous. And also, Tracer is great on Anubis.
Yeah.
Second point.
Well, it all comes down to this for KongDoo Panthera. They must win Temple of Anubis or their season is over. LW Blue, meanwhile, can get to the semifinals with a win on this map right here. We'll see if they can do it. Should be exciting either way, guys. Let's go to Temple of Anubis and see who comes out on top. Welcome to Temple of Anubis. Anubis himself, the Omnic God program, I think they're called, just chilling out right there.
Normally Anubis has the head of a jackal, but I guess not this time.
He didn't want to go too crazy on it. He didn't want to commit to any animal.
Oh, well, why did he name himself Anubis then, who already did commit to an animal?
Because it just sounds cool. Well, it kind of sounds like noob, actually, which isn't good for video games. But
he sounds like a noob.
Yeah.
A noob is.
A noob is.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is not good. Well, there's a reason why he just chills out in his temple and doesn't do anything. A noob is.
A noob is in Egypt right now, for sure.
Now we know. Genis on the Widowmaker. Whoa! Shoot the sky.
Okay, highly mobile defense to help out. Sableby on the high ground. Meanwhile, KongDoo on the attack, and Luffy not going to be a Widowmaker. He played nothing but Ana in the last best of 5 between these two teams, and Waka Waka will be on Tracer. Okay,
Evermore in the Zarya. Ooh, I don't know about that. He has not looked great on the hero so far. Luna waiting for Waka Waka right there. Bit brave. Luna will go down early on. That was an interesting place to post up as a defensive Ana.
I have no idea why the Ana was there.
Yeah, it was a bit odd.
He wanted to get the line of sight onto the Winston, but very easy for this dive composition to dash up there with a Tracer and a Genji. Now, probably they were not expecting Tracer and Genji out of KongDoo Panthera. That is an unusual composition for them to run.
That's a good point. They've been a bit surprised. Fissure, meanwhile, half health, kind of forced away from the rest of his team, gets back to the platform. And KongDoo Panthera having not too much trouble taking point A at this point.
I mean, is LW Blue going to go back in? They're trying to cut off reinforcements. All right, Janus gets Luffy. That's a big first kill.
Janus nearly gets killed off too. Does he live? Wow, gets back on the point right now. Meanwhile, Waka Waka, we need to get in there and get a little bit more done than that. KongDoo Panthera having to back off.
That was really well done by LW Blue. They assessed the situation. They saw the tanks sitting on the point and realized that Ana was past the bridge, setting up in a position to heal them. So they used that mobility to cut the Ana off and then turn onto the point to clean up the tanks instead. Rascal has the Dragon Blade, so one ultimate available for you. Sabe will be very close to attack visor, and LW Blue's going to have a lot of ults in their pocket soon.
Try Sabiel B has attack visor now. Gets chased away though. He needs to get back to the point. They really need him on the defense right now.
Apparently not.
Okay, maybe not. I guess if Gambler is killing, if your Lucio is killing the Tracer, I guess things are okay.
Again, support's dying very quickly. Nano boost going to be used onto Jonas right there, but that's going to be another. Luna has normally been very
Seriously.
good, but his nano boosts tonight have been way off.
It was
Way off. He is having a not good night.
It's about sending a message, Monte Cristo.
And what do you say? He was weirdly positioned at the start of this push.
Yeah.
And he got bailed out by his teammates, and then now that was just an absolutely terrible nano boost.
Wow, LW Blue going to drop the sound barrier. They're not done yet. Evermore nearly has the Graviton Surge as LW Blue pushes people back through the choke. There's the Graviton Surge. There's a Pulse Bomb. Oh, no, that was a self-destruct. Mako tries to get a kill on the left. Well, he does get the kill on the lefty before that. Waka Waka finds the Pulse Bomb kill onto Sabiolbi. To Panthera, they might be able to stick on the point for now. See what they can do with the sound barrier. And it's getting a little bit low, and yeah, it's looking good. Only about half that control meter yet to fill, and KongDoo Panthera should be able to do that right now.
Wow, sloppy ult use by LW Blue on this defense. Flower also using the Dragon Blade at the very end in a totally unnecessary and pretty much unwinnable situation. KongDoo Panthera, fortunately for LW Blue, dropped enough ults of their own, including the sound barrier at the very end of that attack.
I mean, are we actually going to see LW Blue start to fall apart again here in the third map?
That would be disappointing, to say the least.
Certainly would be.
Waka Waka changing over to the Pharah, a hero that we've seen him play with some amount of success in the past.
Yeah.
They only have a nano boost, though, but KongDoo Panthera's ult economy generally in better shape. Sabi will be going to switch on the Roadhog, see if he can get a pick.
Trying to push quietly through the room on the side. Sabiel B back and away. Whoa, he meets a hammer to the face. That hurts, especially if you're wearing a mask. Ouch. Well, it hurts either way. Usually gets a kill to Luna. Luna has not been surviving very long this map. Rascal low health. He's in a lot of trouble. Has the Dragon Blade. Now he has a nano boost. Gets the kill to Janus, actually. But it's not going to be enough for them to really make any sort of meaningful push out of it.
No, and basically zero nano boost value there. Another nano boost wasted in this best of 5. And that one, of course, he wasn't going to pop the Dragon Blade with 30 HP left and a Winston right next to him.
It hasn't been great for nano boost in general this match, I feel like.
It's been way better for KongDoo Panthera overall. I mean, Luna, it's either the way his teammates are communicating. Of course, you can never quite tell whether somebody's calling for it and Luna's just giving it to them, or whether it's Luna's sole judgment on these calls. But it's not been good for LW Blue.
Oh, Luffy really going down away from his team. That's going to stop a push
there?
for a long time. I don't know. Wanted to be stealthy. Didn't work out.
Yeah, well,
another kill on Rascal now separated. I mean, they are getting really badly split spawned right now.
It is not a shining day for Ana positioning.
Not so much.
One would conclude. They have a Reinhardt too, so Ana being out in the open, and Sabiolbi is now on a couple of different chances, just walked up over the bridge and gotten some pretty easy hooks. That's a very nice biotic grenade. Have some ult charge, Luna.
Now have a easy time pushing back the enemy team, rest of team. Dragon Blade time, Rascal goes for it. Got the sound barrier, now Flower getting to the back lines. Luffy the first to fall, going after whoever he can get. He gets taken out, but taking down that Anna certainly helps. Control percent building though, LW Blue forced off the point for the moment. They nearly got the first tick there. Graviton Surge, KongDoo Panthera with not much of a follow-up yet. And yeah, the self-destruct gonna help keep people separated for the moment.
Yeah, and the self-destruct the whole hog will end that one instantly. But there's still 2.5 minutes. There was still a big investment of ultimates as Luna charges up to his nano boost, but KongDoo Panthera is going to come in with a sound barrier and soon a nano boost of their own to couple with the Earth Shadow. So KongDoo Panthera has a good push in here.
They've got Waka Waka on the Roadhog, and they've got Evermore on the Zarya. See, I have a hard time understanding that.
Now they've made some, they've done this before, but Waka Waka definitely been playing a lot more hit scan today than we had seen it previously.
You've got the best Evermore, or best Roadhog in the world on your team, and you're going to have somebody else play it. I don't know. Sabiel B with the kill into Luffy, who once again gets caught out. It is a bad day for Ana positioning, isn't it?
It's a terrible day for Ana positioning.
I'm gonna have to not play Ana if I play any ranked games tonight.
It's okay. We'll get Jae Hong back in this in the semifinal, and
that's right.
Enjoy that. I'm really surprised, especially by Luna. Normally he's very good. So
it is odd. I mean, you can tell the pressure's really on for both of these teams, I think, today. But LW Blue's been keeping it together until this map.
I mean, but right now, KongDoo Panthera has given a lot of time to LW Blue to charge ults again. They did have a good advantage, and now they're going to have a much harder time because of how long it took them to go through Dark Room here.
Yep. All right, Fissure has that Earth Shatter, going to use it. I don't know if he got a whole lot of people from it. Gets the pin, but there's a sound barrier for both teams. Everybody's still up for the moment. Rascal trying to finish off Sabielby. Nice heal, though. Gets healed up. KongDoo Panthera still winning this fight big time. There's a hook. Rascal taken down. Sabielby trying to bring the defensive fight back to the point. Gonna pop the whole hog. Gonna push back the Lucio. It's hard to chase a Lucio through a little area like that. But then again, you just look, oh, he gets pinned though. Fissure takes him down, but he's so low health. LW Blue gonna hold it. Not even the first tick for KongDoo Panthera.
His hands are so hot, gotta cool him off right there.
That's right.
After the big plays.
Red hot.
That was great from Sabielby. He's had some clutch whole hogs on this defense. Now 20 seconds remaining. KongDoo Panthera still with a lot of crowd control though, but the self-destruct going to be coming through quickly for LW Blue, and that should negate KongDoo Panthera's next push for the most part.
Well, they need to get to the point now, man. I mean, it's 4 seconds. Here they are, jumping out, Evermore. Nice Earth Shatter, gonna wait, pair that into a Graviton Surge later if they need it.
Top Flower.
Good start there. There's the self-destruct, though, that we talked about. No kills out of that. Fissure gets another one on Sabielby. Great start for KongDoo Panthera, really winning this fight decisively.
And Evermore saved the Graviton. That is absolutely huge.
Yeah, no kidding. Janus goes down. He can Graviton people out of the point right now. We've got the Mei. Mei has arrived. It's Luna, so no Ana for LW Blue on the defense now.
Flower just dying instantly on every push.
Yeah, man, that's tough. And that Graviton Surge still up for Evermore. May not need it. Janus, meanwhile, comes in. Nano boost on somebody. Oh, it's on the Pharah up top. It's in OT now. But they're keeping LW Blue off the point. They've nearly got it. Could be a big OT push. Rascal coming in. There's a barrage. Doesn't get anyone with it. They finish off the Mei in the end. They've got to get people back on there in a hurry. They're being so annoying, though. Flower just trying to stay alive as long as he can. And now the Diva's back. Another Earth Shatter used. No kills yet on the KongDoo players. They've nearly got this.
So close, sound barrier may be the difference.
Maybe big attack comes in. If they can get any kills, they might be able to push it back, but no, Janus goes down early. They just can't seem to take out anyone on KongDoo Panthera.
Here comes the Mei again. Will die. That's going to be
that's
it.
That. KongDoo Panthera able to get those 2 points in OT.
Close.
That's Temple of Anubis, man.
Yeah, very, very close at the end, and they were fortunate to eliminate the Diva suit nearly immediately and force the self-destruct.
Yeah.
Without anybody really being in range and being on the far side of the point without good line of sight.
Well, just really good focus firing, really good
and holding the Graviton was pretty great too.
Really good ult efficiency towards the end there by KongDoo Panthera. And Evermore putting on his first good Zarya game, I would say.
Yeah. Certainly a strong push onto point B.
What's up? It's me, Anubis again. I'm just going to wait. I love.
Anubis in that our sarcophagus right now, dog.
I have the longest fights in all of Overwatch right in front of me.
He just loves the carnage.
You will fight for eternity. Thus is the curse of Anubis.
Of Anubis?
Anubis. Anubis. That's what it is. Anubis. The guardian of his temple. Not letting anyone finish it unless it's OT. Which KongDoo Panthera did. So no time in the time bank. LW Blue with an opportunity here, but they need to complete the map, which is, as we've seen, not the easiest thing to do in the world.
No, KongDoo is back on the Roadhog with Evermore, so running a similar composition to LW Blue's defense, except they are going to run Roadhog instead of Genji.
Right.
This is interesting. Are they actually going to stay here? LW Blue. Sabielby, maybe on Roadhog. And Flower showing the Widowmaker. So this is a pick composition. It's not a dive composition. What is this, Doa?
This is a pretty crazy defense for KongDoo.
Wow,
This try to win one fight early, I guess. Get a bunch of ult charge built up.
I mean, you get hit by an Ana grenade in there, though, and you just lose.
Exactly.
So
well, you're not going to get spotted by the Widowmaker, that's for sure. They're going in. All right, this is it. Early kill on Sableby worked out so far. They had an Ana grenade in there immediately, and LW Blue has to fall back. Nice right click onto Janus to finish him off. Hey, it was a risk, but it paid off.
It was a risk. It did pay off. Kind of crazy. Not sure how much I like it, though. Seeing that level of risk-taking makes me nervous.
Hey, I'm just happy to see KongDoo Panthera take any risk.
Got the drop, got the pick, and justified that Roadhog pick, but how are they going to deal with...
Oh dear, Flower on the run. Oh, but they got the hook onto Fissure.
Okay,
maybe an opportunity.
That was terrible by Fissure. You can't, when you know that the rest of the team is respawning there, you don't follow the Widowmaker down. You don't have any support, and it's really easy for a Roadhog to fall, just to stay back, get the hook, and defend.
Indeed. Just trying to buy time until Fissure gets back, but KongDoo already...
Evermore already has his ult, I guess.
Okay, all right. Not going to use it. Flower does manage to pop Meko out of the suit. Evermore getting hooked. Sableby winning the hook duel there.
Yeah, Meko also winning the Diva
duel.
Did that
just happen to me?
Everyone's
it happened.
Staring at his teammates in disbelief. Now, this should be a successful push for LW Blue. Big ult advantage, big man advantage on the point.
Gotta hit that Lucio, though.
Well, and that's a great flank.
Yeah, just distracting the soldier now. Nice kill.
It was a nice flank, but it wasn't nice enough. Rascal really didn't get a lot of ult charge there, and because Evermore already used his, we're looking at, what, a basically 6 ult scenario for LW Blue on their first attack. This could be a very fast cap.
Yeah.
Flower sticking to the Widowmaker.
Plenty of time now for LW Blue.
Evermore knows he needs to get this hook. Nope.
Does not get the hook, though. He needed that, though. All right, KongDoo Panthera. Setting up a little bit of the defense for the moment. See how Flower can do on this. Oh, there's a hook. Fissure goes down. That was not Evermore, though, that made it. Sableby, again, kind of outperforming Evermore on this Roadhog.
I mean, Fissure's Winston play on Anubis has not been good.
Yeah. Waka Waka on his own. And here's the push. Meanwhile, Nano Boost used onto Janus to try to stabilize. Flower waiting for it. Yeah, got to watch out for that tack visor, man. Rascal gets one,
that was
gets two,
so
gets
clutch
three
by Rascal. Everybody lining up on the bridge for him. Caught the tack visor in the nick of time, was down at 60% or so when the fight started. Had enough shots to get through, and they use a whole lot of ults.
That was very close.
To fail. So LW Blue, their big advantage has dried up, and we're looking towards a pretty long defense, most likely, for KongDoo Panthera now.
Yeah.
As they make the changes. Still sticking with the Roadhog. I am, again, surprised that we don't see Sableby switching to the Tracer.
They really, really want him on this Roadhog pick, and it's been good. The last best of 5, and today it's done fairly well.
Interesting defense on that column. They have Diva and Roadhog up there.
Yeah.
That means Fissure's going to be left alone again.
They have
no coverage for Fissure.
Yeah.
I don't understand what they're doing.
Oh, now Evermore getting chased down. Self-destruct comes in. Waka Waka gets three. What? How in the world did he get 3 with that?
They were all coming around the side.
I guess so.
That was, okay, Luna's just going to get split spawned at the end, and who's going to get him?
Yo. Let's chill out. Excuse me. Oh, this is just brutal, man. Brutal. Oh, he's making a run for it. Oh. Booped to death.
Good patience, though. Good patience. Well, I feel like every time Fissure makes a mistake, somehow the tack visor or the self-destruct comes in and saves their asses, because KongDoo Panthera is not being punished for some of these errors. Oh my.
Jeez, Fissure grabbed again.
He's lucky
has
he
to
didn't
back
have to,
away.
He's lucky there was nobody else there.
Oh, Flower.
He just died on the side by himself.
Yeah.
Rascal winning the Genji duel.
We're down to 3.5 minutes now, and I mean, on Temple of Anubis, it's conceivable that even a winning fight for the attacking team will take a good minute and a half, 2 minutes. So
if you're LW Blue, you have so much time, you just need some time in the time bank, or you're feeling confident on control if you force it into sudden death. So I just build for 6 ults and try for the really hard push and see if you can get some ults out of KongDoo Panthera in the meantime.
There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Here we go. Sapioldi backed off. Rascal gets 1 before he goes down. Gambler. Meanwhile, Flower striking back with his own Dragon Blade, and it has paid off. 2 kills there. Meanwhile, KongDoo Panthera still coming out ahead in this fight. Courtesy of Fissure, who did not die early and was able to make a difference.
Yeah, I don't understand that commitment by LW Blue. Just get the ults out. You should be happy at that point. If you see Rascal going for the Nano Blade there, just be pleased that they do not have those 2 ults any longer. Just make another push right now with a lot stronger ult economy and make it work. You had plenty of time, so.
Well, they've still got 4 ults coming into this, so they're still in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but they could have, Dragon Blade.
Yeah. Just, just always look on the bright side.
That's where you and I are different, though.
That's right. I took that Monty Python song very seriously. LW Blue still waiting for it. Flower getting pretty close to another Dragon Blade now.
I suppose that's the upside, as he has charged quickly.
True enough.
Taking a lot of time to get into Dark Room.
Yeah. Here on the side.
And remember, they don't have a Reinhardt to really post up here for a long time, so they just have to go.
And they can use a good setup with this Graviton Surge. He gets it. 2 Sound Barrier, going to keep people alive. Oh, nice hook onto Gambler. Goes down early, but Luna gets 2 somehow. Getting bloodthirsty. Setting it up for Flower. Yeah, he's got the Nano Blade out. Waka Waka gets 1 at the barrage, and then he gets cut out of the sky. Flower low health. Waits for that health back. Oh! Take it down with the hook. Give us the hook.
Man, again,
so close.
Evermore makes the crucial plays. Lucio down right at the start of the fight. And the rest of the time, he's able to take out the Genji before the Genji can get the health back and try and stop some of the defense. So Evermore is going to be back onto that high ground. And Rascal attempting to get the last 35%.
I'm a little bit
of his ult charge.
A little worried about Roadhog. He's been going around painting little naked baby pictures of himself all over this ancient temple. That's got to be a sign of some sort of issue, right?
I think
that's got to be a red flag,
is.
doesn't it? I mean, the giant scrap shotgun was not really much of a red flag, but I guess now we're really worried about this guy. The giant hook, not a problem. Whoa, there's a problem though. Fissure goes down early again. LW Blue with an opportunity here. Rascal, though, not going to let them use it, looks like. Janus. And KongDoo Panthera, solid defense again. And it looks like LW Blue might find themselves starting to worry again if the comeback is possible, because KongDoo Panthera almost certainly going to win Temple of Anubis.
Yeah, nobody's even going to get on the point.
I don't think
They'd
so.
be very lucky to get on it at this stage. 3 seconds remaining. Gambler scrambling.
Scrambler, he's on the point. Gets hooked immediately, though. They're trying to make it back. OT ticking away. Oh, they get back there just in time. Luna is there before he is not there anymore. And KongDoo Panthera winning this fight handily again. They have been so solid on the Anubis defense. And they should have it.
Yeah.
You'd think.
Yeah, just a matter of seconds. Tracer has to get back up there. Tracer dies, and that'll be it.
All right, well, I don't want to say comeback just yet, but I feel like I've seen this before.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Sure.
All right, so we're going into the next map now. All right, KongDoo has finally played and won on an assault map that wasn't Hanamura.
Yeah.
And LW Blue has not been good on escort maps, but they don't have to play Dorado, which is the big upside for LW Blue. They get to pick the next map. And are they going to have
a win?
Yeah, a win is a win, though, for KongDoo Panthera. They keep themselves alive. They put themselves in another chance to reverse sweep, which would be absolutely devastating for LW.
Man, if that happens, you're just like, all right, I'm retired now.
I mean, something's definitely got to change on that LW roster.
I mean, what do you say? If LW Blue loses from here, what else do you say but choke? Yeah. I mean, they had 2 golden opportunities.
Well, this is going to be their first actual map selection of the night, though.
Sure.
So now it's time for them to show us a map that they are going to be strong on And we
How
know
in the world did he get
I have
this?
no idea how he got this. He had no right getting this.
No. I mean, all right, it just kind of dropped down in the corridor.
Okay.
They didn't think it was going to come down there.
So he actually stalled out the mech on the lip there. That was a cute
Yeah.
trick. I've never seen anybody do that. Stalled out the mech on the lip. So it sort of just used most of its self-destruct animation on the high ground before falling down into the corridor. They definitely did not expect it to fall into the sort of under tunnel there where they were attacking from. That was clever.
Just kind of an awkward ult, but it worked out. What's the pick going to be? Gibraltar or Route 66 for LW Blue?
Yeah, like I said, mercifully there was no Dorado this time.
And it's going to be Route 66.
Okay.
All right. Well, LW Blue with a chance once again to win it right here. Didn't work out for them on Temple of Anubis. They have not played a ton of games on Route 66, but they are 1-0 on it at least.
And they've never played it this season.
Yeah, we don't really have any recent data on this map.
I've only played Gibraltar and Dorado in Apex Season 2.
So who knows?
It's a good Zenyatta map, I'll say that.
True.
There are a lot of long sight lines to get Discord orbs down, and they still are fundamentally a Zenyatta team.
I mean, this is kind of an unknown for both teams because KongDoo's only recorded game on Route 66 from a while ago was just a loss. So who knows what we will see as we go into this next map. LW Blue once again with a chance to go to the semifinals, and KongDoo Panthera with another chance to stay alive. Let's see if they can keep the momentum rolling. Time to get in the game and find out.
Get it.
And you can get it at Big Earl's.
Can you?
24-hour service, but no refund. Sorry. You can't return the gas that you get at Big Earl's. Once it's burnt, there's no going back.
I'm pretty sure that says a lot about global warming too, Doa. Powerful environmental
There's
statement.
no going back. Captain Planet is weeping somewhere.
Well, he's been weeping for like the last 100 years, so.
Mostly because he's canceled and not on TV anymore. But also because of the environment.
I'm still hoping they make that live action Don Cheadle Captain Planet into a real TV series, Doa.
A gritty remake brought to you by the team that brought you Suicide Squad.
Please no.
Please.
Okay, we're going to see a train defense. They are really going to take a risk with this.
Yeah,
now,
no kidding.
when we've seen this in the past, what you can do is Sonic Arrow the first car to see if there's anybody in there. But the question is whether or not LW Blue or KongDoo rather will actually do that.
Whoa, magic! How did you do that?
Tracer magic. So
amazing.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. I mean, KongDoo Panthera is not a Hanzo team.
Yeah. I do like that they've got Gambler on the back ready to speed boost people out of there if things go bad. They've got their Lucio insurance policy.
Waka waka.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's going to walk right into it. Oh, he gets away.
It gets away
Never
for now,
mind.
but the chaos is crazy.
Yeah, Sabiolbi. A little bit of damage. Janice trying to chase people away as well. Fissure getting really low on that Winston.
Oh, man.
And Blink
Sabiolbi's
on the
ult
run.
charge is actually crazy right now.
Waka Waka actually killed Luna again. So rough start for LW Blue, but they're managing to kind of keep things a little bit crazy here for KongDoo Panthera. The payload does not move. There's a pulse bomb. No kills with it for Sabiolbi, though.
Okay.
Would have been nice to get that. Waka Waka grabs 2 on the Widowmaker somehow, and yeah, that did not work out super well for LW Blue.
No, cute strategy. You can get the first pick. Sometimes it'll work out for you, but Waka Waka, quick on the reflexes, uses the hook shot to get back to the diner and avoids his doom. Meanwhile, Mako now going to be on the Diva to try and counteract the Widowmaker. Have made some changes.
Yeah. So a failure on the train car defense, and now the regroup from LW Blue, trying to just force Waka Waka back for the moment. Looking for the Tracer, and there she is. Sabiolbi just doing all the damage he can anyway. But the payload's moving. Meanwhile, Rascal picks up 1, picks up 2, the Dragon Blade, making that Dragon Spirit or whatever it is proud.
Well, you got to say that if you fail on that first defense and you give your opponent all that ult charge, resetting is so difficult. particularly because LW Blue was not running the Reinhardt to control the top of Big Earls, and if you're going to basically concede this entire first point, and that's another, we talked about it, high-risk, high-reward move from LW Blue, and they get punished for it in the end.
Well, those have not been paying off. I mean, so far they have definitely not been meta Athena. Rascal on the run, gotta avoid the giant ape with the electric cannon, you know, like you do.
Sound advice for everyday life as well.
Yeah, I would not want to get close to one of those either.
Rascal, just with the nano blade, or just with the nano boost rather, will be able to clear out.
Yeah, putting it to good use.
Tracer, and Flower gonna come back here with a nano blade.
Flower, that is a sound barrier, buddy. Where'd that sound barrier come from? I'm gonna take him out. Oh no! Bling, getting the revenge. How dare you chase on Lucio? Dangerous stuff. KongDoo Panthera keeps the payload moving.
Yeah, they just keep on rolling through. Finally, though, KongDoo Panthera's ult advantage has worn away, but it's taken 1.5 points for that statement to be true, which is a very long time in Overwatch, and Evermore, he's sneaking. He wants this Graviton.
Yep.
People are gonna straight through the shaft, though, and not give him a chance to do that with some Genji dashing.
Man, LW Blue's defense has just been so awkward so far. And that Pulse Bomb does not decrease the awkwardness at all. Evermore, meanwhile, goes for the Tobelstein. There's a sound barrier, but Rascal has the Dragon Blade yet again. And there is no escape for LW Blue. A little bit of a comeback in that fight, getting a couple kills.
Yeah, they are cleaning it up pretty well on the backside, considering the number of ultimates that were used. And they're still preventing the cart from moving here as Sabiolbi picks up another one.
I'll say Sabiolbi really
Nice
trying to
sleep dart.
carry as much as he can. Finally gets nailed with the sleep dart. It was a heroic effort from Sabiolbi, but
oops. Luffy actually, when he hit that sleep dart, they were finishing off Sabiolbi. He wasn't looking, and Flower picked him off.
well, Sabiolbi actually bought enough time for a lot of the members to get back, but there's no one really there who can stop the payload at the moment.
Meko is actually...
Oh dear, Gambler never even saw that one coming.
Meko on the Roadhog. That's a hero that we haven't really seen
In the
from
back.
him, but here comes Waka Waka again with the Widowmaker.
Ouch. Waka Waka's been doing work on the Widowmaker.
LW Blue should feel confident, though, about stalling this for some more time before they hit point B with the number of ultimates that they've got.
Oh, beware the Waka Waka Widowmaker. Scary stuff. Well, gotta avoid the Genji. He can't. Flower gets one. Goes for the support kill, gets it.
Oh, man. Actually, Rascal nearly just dodged directly into the Dragon Blade attack.
I think he did, yeah.
He nearly killed himself right there.
Tried to take one for Anna, but ended up nearly dying anyway. LW Blue, though, able to finally stop that payload.
Yeah, 4-1 ult advantage when that fight started for LW Blue, so it's not the biggest surprise. The sound barrier going to be up for both teams pretty quickly. Waka Waka is now tired of the Genji shenanigans that got him killed in that last fight, and he will take up the 6-shooter instead and try and flashbang the Genji.
Oh, Rascal. That Pulse Bomb not working out. Seen a lot of missed Pulse Bombs tonight, too. Evermore with the kill on the Luna, though. Good start for KongDoo Panthera. Soundbear for LW Blues. They try to patch the damage that they're taking. Flower, though, wants to rip a hole wide open in the offense from KongDoo Panthera, and he does just that.
Even though that wasn't successful for KongDoo Panthera, Luffy has done a wonderful job of hitting Jonas with sleep darts this entire map so far.
Yeah.
Anytime he goes in, I see him on the ground. And that's even been a problem for LW Blue when they had the Zarya, because the Zarya shield would always be a little bit too late to stop the sleep dart, but now there's obviously no protection for him besides his own bubble.
He's a tired Moon Ape. It's really hot in that spacesuit on a map like Route 66, man.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's nice to take a little bit of a nap when you overeat a little bit.
Yeah, thanks, Anna.
Cool off in the shade.
Anna cares. And Luffy goes down. Anna dies. There's a Graviton Surge. Where's the follow-up? KongDoo Panthera has the sound barrier to keep them healthy.
Yeah, but it's used a bit too early, Doa. Mostly they were just running back towards the payload while the sound barrier was going. And,
oh, dear.
Oh, the boop! He got booped back at the end,
just in
pushed
time.
back so that he didn't finish the kill onto the soldier. Crucial.
All right, KongDoo finishes the second point.
Very little time remaining, though. Minute and 30 to get it through Warehouse all the way to the end.
Whoa, early pulse bomb onto Janus, gets pushed back. He gets the biotic grenade for the heals, but Rascal getting super aggro.
Yeah, he needs to be careful.
A little bit too much, yeah.
That was not good value.
Meanwhile, on the other Tracer, Railings will die.
Meko making the change.
Yep.
Back to Zarya. And BLB is looking for an opportunity. Woo, okay.
Uh-oh. Where's the bomb going to go? Genji coming in as the Dragon Blade again. Flower finding 2. And it looks like a pretty good defense for LW Blue.
Fisher got a pin onto BLB, but
wow.
Did escape with his life. They didn't commit to chasing the Reinhardt down at the very end. The rest of his team dying pretty late, though, so basically just a reset here. BLB still has his pulse bomb, and nothing really for KongDoo Panthera to work with. It seems unlikely they're going to be able to finish this map. They got 1 push left and no real tools to open this one up.
Yep.
Maybe Fisher can get that Earth Strike. Now, Waka Waka with the tac visor. Here we go. They got to make it. Gotta make
nano
it the big
visor.
play.
He gets it. Gets Luna immediately. Great start. Sound barrier. Got to deal with that now. Gets 3. KongDoo Panthera with a good fight here. And that's going to work, man. The payload is moving. And Waka Waka was the hero there. Got over the Reinhardt shield. Got the kill on the support right away.
Yeah, but Evermore is dead now, and the respawn advantage huge for LW Blue.
They need some ults, though, too. Fissure has your Shatter.
Oh, they're going to have Shatter soon.
Yep. This may be a problem, though, for KongDoo Panthera.
It's going to be all about the Reinhardt mind games now. Fisher looking around the side, just playing around that cart. And
whoa, tried to go past the shield and drop their Shatter. Didn't work. Return as Shatter comes in for Fissure. KongDoo Panthera shoring it up with the sound barrier as well. And Flower with 5 health, man. Can he survive? No! Evermore with the kill. KongDoo Panthera getting so close to completing this one. The payload is moving. And will they get it there? May trying to make it so they won't, but they, whoa, wait!
Janus gets
back.
in!
He's there in the Diva Gambler there now,
so
too.
Close.
Well, it's still close. They've got the Graviton Surge, but where's the follow-up? Non-existent, and that's going to be maybe 3 points. Yes,
there
it finally will be. KongDoo Panthera again finishing their round in overtime, but they did finish.
That Earth Shatter did shatter some asses, Noah. That was so
really
necessary in that last engagement. Because holy moly, the Reinhardt mind game wars were huge. And you could see that Janus tried to step through the enemy Reinhardt shield to get the back line, but instead, because he didn't hit anybody, it looks like he didn't quite get past the shield of Fisher. So instead, his shield was down, and it just opened him up. Again, like one of those really high-risk, high-reward plays where basically, if you're on offense at that point, I think Janus could have just sat on the cart with his shield and tried to just wait as long as possible to use that. He went for the aggressive play and didn't have a lot of success with it, and in fact just opened up Fisher to get a much easier Earth Shatter in response.
I mean, that was so close to getting that Earth Shatter past the Reinhardt shield, though.
It was very close, yeah.
He was like 1 or 2 pixels away, so you can't fault him for trying. But like you said, it's been a lot of high risk, high reward for LW Blue, and so far the risk has been the big result in a lot of these strategies.
KongDoo, though, is going to have Evermore on the Zarya now. It's interesting to me because I think Roadhog is so strong on defense on this first point because you park him up top with the Reinhardt and you constantly have an angle advantage from the high ground, and you just have a pick advantage because the enemy Reinhardt has to walk through that choke point. Meanwhile, the Reinhardt on top can just dodge behind the big Earl sign to replenish his shield. So you basically are always going to, or not always, but almost always going to have a better, more healthy Reinhardt shield to stand behind and use your hook to fish with. Flower, though, they are definitely going to check the train car.
Yeah.
100%.
I would say that's probably a good idea. Might just stick on that Hanzo, probably will. Yep. We'll check the train car. It is open. He's actually going to swap away. There's the Widowmaker. Yep.
Both team liking the Widow.
It's good for
the
this
first
map.
point. Again, pick composition from LW Blue, running the Roadhog with the Widow.
Rascal, maybe going to try to go for Widowmaker, kill
he
himself.
He could die
here.
instantly if the Widow hits him here.
He could. He could also kill a couple supports. He's going back there with his Tracer as well. Yeah, looking for the kill onto Bling. A little bit too high for him. Nice grab for BLB. Meanwhile, Flower unopposed.
Super risky to go in there against the Roadhog and the Widow by himself.
Ooh, Evermore so low, jumps again. Ooh, that was dangerous. Sableby with another hook, though. Pretty crushing win early on for LW Blue, though.
I don't know about that, Rascal. Shinoa.
I was optimistic.
They knew that the Roadhog was there, and Sableby played that well for sure. But going back there in a situation where one headshot or a Roadhog hook could really just end you is extremely dangerous. And will they even be able to? They're going to try and contest at least.
Oh, that's a big time contest. Earthshatter comes in. Rascal gets the kill on Sableby early on. LW Blue does have to back away. Rascal ends up dying though. Ooh, it's almost another one for Flower. It's like, who's that? Oh, it's my Lucio.
Not quite. Waka Waka on the Diva. Again, a reaction to try and get in this Widowmaker's face and make a play. But you can see the Gambler is just standing there right now in case anybody needs booping away.
Well, you know what they say, a boop away will keep the Widowmaker in play.
Oh, is that what they say?
So that's what they say. Pretty sure everyone says that.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Sableby doing great this particular round on the Roadhog.
Yeah.
Hitting the impact hooks and helping to control that high ground. And okay.
Oh, well, there's another one. That's both supports.
It just kills all the supports, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, kill the tank as well.
Okay.
Get another one.
Whatever.
Oh, there we go.
Just kill a Genji too.
Do it all.
Impressive. Very impressive from Sableby. Good knowledge
Just
of his
day
limits.
at the office. Oh, hi.
What the hell? All right. That was pretty good, Sableby.
He's on fire!
That was pretty good.
He's really kind of making a statement with Evermore on the other side here. It's like, who's the better Roadhog? You know, now I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure at this point.
Yeah, he's certainly been very good on this pick, and it's just a matter of was that the best pick against Evermore when he has shown that weakness. What? What? No!
Pull him out from under the shield!
He was
like,
slept
Genji
underneath the shield.
Genji like slid between Reinhardt's legs there.
Well, Sableby just absolutely on fire right now.
Graviton Surge. Where's the follow-up? LW Blue with not a ton there. Shields on both sides. Evermore gets a nano boost going in for the damage. He took a nap there, yeah. Might have been hit with the Earthshatter, actually.
Yeah, he was hit with the Shatter, you're right.
Yeah. Flower, meanwhile, pretty unopposed, decides to get in melee range. Ooh, Rascal. No! My melee weapon's bigger.
Sableby continues to be the bane of supports, and now they have a sleeping Evermore with like 1 HP. Yeah, you can't let our shields regen. And they won't.
All right. Big staggered respawn, though, with Evermore.
LW Blue in a great position now. They are going to have so much more time in Warehouse than KongDoo Panthera did. 4.5 minutes. That is an eternity.
Oh, and thank goodness for missiles lying in the middle of the room there.
And if they come away with any time, of course, with these payload maps, any amount of time at all is just such a tremendous advantage. You come away with an extra minute, and you feel super good about your chances to win.
And Sableby's got to have like 80+% hook success rate this match. It's crazy. So we have the whole hog again. Rascal got the kill on the Flower that time. So hook coming in for KongDoo Panthera, and LW Blue will have to back off and play this one a bit safer. But it's hard to keep that Reinhardt shield up for Fissure in the face of all these right clicks from Sableby.
Yeah, and Waka Waka now back on the McCree, so the roulette of Roadhog, the Roadhog roulette continues here for KongDoo Panthera as Rascal is going to take his turn on the hero. Flower wants the McCree too, although Deadeye is very useful for zoning in this last point.
Oh yeah, totally. Not to mention you can really kind of mitigate the angles that a Genji can come at you from, so it's good. I like it. Oh boy, Earthshatter from Fissure comes in. That's a nano boost onto Sableby, though. What's he going to make out of it? Nothing yet, but his teammates are covering for him. Finally pops a whole hog.
Nice
comes
push
from
back.
behind. And that's a problem for KongDoo Panthera. They drop the Graviton Surge, but that payload is moving, and it is moving fast. Still 3 minutes left for LW Blue.
Oh no, Evermore, he dropped the Graviton, and then he got split spawn. That is the worst scenario for KongDoo.
I mean, he hasn't been the best Zarya, and we're seeing it again right now. And
Echo.
LW Blue so close. There's the Graviton Surge. There's the Deadeye.
Oh,
no, nothing with it. Nothing at all.
They barely got back Electric Cowboy, but that's going to be stopped.
That's a big Earthshatter
by the
for
Shatter.
Janice. That is devastating, and that is the end of the match. LW Blue.
Well, we're going to see it go back, Doa.
That's right.
So we're going to see
They're going to have to win it in Time Bank.
Yeah, this is
That's the end of the match. I got excited.
We all got excited.
I get excited.
But still, like, you're looking at a 1 minute to 3.5 minute. So it's going to take a huge Herculean effort from KongDoo to win. They are going to have to push this card in overtime so very far.
What's the over-under on LW Blue trying a crazy high-risk defense here on point A again?
Well, Noah, I guess the upshot is, even if LW Blue finds a way to lose this, which seems unlikely, they get to pick the last map, and they will pick Numbani. And they are very good on Numbani, and KongDoo Panthera has not won on Numbani. So that's the advantage with a lot of these map bans and the way this match is played out. You really can't overstate how important it was that LW Blue won on King's Row, because it gave them a lot of wiggle room to get to Game 5. And if they had lost this game, they would be able to pick Numbani. So after the King's Row, I think it was really unlikely KongDoo actually won this series because of that. But you never know.
Look at that, though. Just a colossal disparity in the time bank right now. LW
huge.
Blue with all the time in the world. KongDoo Panthera with just a single minute to decide the rest of their season. It's live or die right now for KongDoo Panthera. They have 1 minute.
They did check the train car this time.
Yeah.
Waka Waka and the Hanzo. So. But they've got another strat here. It's going to be another pick strat, and Evermore's going to fall for it. Oh, he checks it. Very nice.
More algebra than he looks, but Evermore getting the hook there. No kills out of it.
Nearly turns it around, though. Both.
Oh, Sabi will be on the run. Evermore speed boosted back there to chase that Tracer. Misses the hook, though. Crucial that he hits these, but he has not been able to connect.
And he has been pushed back.
Yeah.
So he can't get any good. So you can see how far back he is right now. That's where they want to keep him if possible. And meanwhile, the front line is just melting here for KongDoo.
Well, I mean, Sabilby has caused such a massive distraction with this Tracer that it's enabled a lopsided fight for the rest of his team.
He did a great job. He drove a wedge between Evermore and the rest of his team.
Yeah, that's right.
And now he's just going to farm ult charge off of everybody, get that pulse bomb up.
Yeah, you don't even need to use it there. That's it, man.
That's going to be it. I mean, they have a pulse bomb. Can anybody get there in time? 1 second. No.
Oh, pulse bomb onto Fissure. Crucial kill for Sabilby.
Oh, wow. Waka Waka got there just in the nick of time, but they're not going to be able to do anything else with this.
Oh, they're down there, Reinhardt. It's going to be tough to win. Now they've got the nano boost on the Winston. OT ticking away Evermore with a hook.
Great
but he gets sleep dart before he can complete the kill. And LW Blue, that payload moved nowhere. You might as well have handed this to LW Blue on a silver platter.
And what do you do if you are KongDoo Panthera? Because the weird thing about this is now LW Blue has shown you two different sort of cheesy pick strats on point A of Route 66. So basically, you know that they're going to be Sonic Arrow checking the car, and they're also going to be checking the tunnel on the high ground, because they just did both of those things to you. So how do you stop that payload from barely going around that corner?
Well, it's going to be tough, man.
It's going to be really tough. And they're going to go for Mei, which I think is the right call. If you have the Mei, at least you can try and survive on blizzards and attempting to buy time for your allies to get there to respawn. But the issue is with KongDoo Panthera, they are praying that a Pharah does not come out right now, because Pharah will ruin them. Well, and Widowmaker is going to be pretty good too.
Well, that yellow square represents everything KongDoo Panthera has worked for this season. It's been a good season. They crushed in the group stage. Quarterfinals have looked a bit iffy, but it all comes down to this. They need to prevent the payload from reaching that spot, or their season is over.
Okay, I'm going to try and set up a nice wall here with the team. Now, if you're LW Blue and you see this composition, you immediately just go back and swap to Pharah. Screw it, you can lose those 15 seconds. Just swap to the better composition.
We'll see what they do.
All right, so there's Sonic Arrow, as predicted. And Sabielby's going to peek this corner.
Yeah, they're on Big Girls. I think maybe they're a little bit surprised because the payload only has to go about that far. Big Girls' defense is risky here.
They're still putting up, they're trying for an aggressive hook.
Not the greatest wall. Rascal forced away immediately. Lucky he didn't have to use the ice block right there. And wow, the payload is nearly there already.
Gets hooked.
A hook onto Waka Waka, that's right, but a hook onto Mako as well. Blink gets the kill. LW Blue short-handed. They'll have to back away.
Just switch to Pharah. They don't get cocky, or you don't need to run. Like Genji and Trace are going to be very ineffective against the tankiness of this composition. There we go. Perfect. Yep. Love it.
Yep. Well, I think they know what they need to do.
Yeah. When you see that, like, don't play the dive prompt. That's dumb.
Yeah.
But Farah, there is nobody besides Evermore sneaking around and landing a massive hook or having a huge right click from Rascal that is going to be able to stop this Farah.
Luffy in danger. Sable B looking for a kill there. Would be big. Flower does go down. Rascal killed him off. How in the world? That right click, man. You know, we know Rascal's a good Mei player. We've seen it before. There's a pulse bomb. Interesting decision considering his team was a man down. They're trying to make it work.
As long as he lives, they'll still have respawn advantage over it, so it's still a decent play.
I suppose. Oh, but the hook on a Mako again.
Oh, wow. They're really coming up big, but Flower's going to take out Rascal. So Evermore
that's big.
Has a whole hog.
Oh, that
blizzard is wasted, basically. That was a terrible Blizzard. They could have used that for a longer defense.
I mean, it seemed like Rascal knew he was going to go down. He switches to his own Farah now. Going to take a while to get back there. LW Blue, this is their moment. It's their chance. And Evermore waiting on the side. Oh, they do spot him. Okay.
We got a little bit of damage.
That's right. Oh, there's a whole hog. Okay, Evermore with the nano boosted whole hog. Going to push everybody back. There's still time. Sabiobi gets a kill onto Fissure, though.
Uh-oh.
And there's a barrage for Flower. Oh, he goes down. Rascal with the return kill on the Farah. Sabiobi can't quite finish off Evermore. Rascal with 2 there. Mako with another one. If LW Blue somehow loses this, I don't know what to say, guys.
Jonas is spinning in circles. But Primal Rage should finish this one off.
They got to get rid of the Lucio. They got to get rid of the Lucio, though. They do it. Oh, big Earth Shatter comes in for Fissure, but he's got no follow-up. He's got nobody to support him. The last man standing between his team and defeat, and that is it. Meanwhile, they're going to jump up top. Rascal get back there in time. There's the sound barrier just to prevent any extra kills, but that's the end of the match. LW Blue will go to the semifinals.
Yeah, very nice play from LW Blue today. They didn't collapse down the stretch. Managed to take that win on Route 66. And look much stronger and more consistent across the whole series. Really good reaction, I think, in their play to avenge their loss earlier in this quarterfinal double elimination bracket.
I think so too. And you know, it's kind of like what we were saying at the beginning of this one, where it's the versatility, it's the great individual play on the DPS that, and it's the knowledge of what they need to do to handle Evermore that's going to give LW Blue the victory. I feel like that's what we saw, and here they are, winners.
Just a good read on the end too. Switching to the Farah was absolutely the right thing to do as fast as they could muster. Weren't stubborn about that composition.
That's right.
And still a good reaction though, because the Farah switch from KongDoo Panthera was equally good against the tank and tracer comp. So unfortunately though, very difficult to defend with 3.5 minutes, and the card only needed to be pushed around the corner. So KongDoo Panthera, our only undefeated team in terms of maps in the group stages, and they will not even make the semifinals.
And that is the end of their season, like you mentioned. And it was a great season early on. These guys look so good. It really felt like they had learned how to play around Evermore, and that Evermore had become much better of a team player. But in the end, they faltered. In the end, they weren't quite diverse enough. They weren't able to quite keep it on par mechanically with some of the better teams in the league, and they've got something good going. So it'd be nice to see them come back next season with a bit more diversity, a bit deeper hero pools. They could go